Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet a mother-daughter power team. The daughter is a world-renowned harpist, and the mom is the current Miss Texas Senior America. Their incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, I am always impressed when talent and performance runs in the family, and I can't think of a more powerful mother-daughter team to have in the studio right now than the two who are here right now. Mary Miller Guba, she is a world-renowned harpist, and Sue Grandi, she is the current Miss Texas Senior America. Ladies, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
That's awesome. Okay, I want to start with you, Sue. So your pageant career began when?
Actually, 25 years ago.
No kidding.
I just wanted to be able to sing, to build a whole network of new friends, do something exciting, and because I'd always just taught school and raised children. Mm-hmm. And it was just a wonderful opportunity, which gave me a platform to speak to seniors and just open a lot of doors.
Well, and I know it's normally impolite for anyone to ask a woman's age, but you gave me permission to ask your age before the show.
I did, because I'm so grateful that I've lived 88 years young. I wake up every morning and I feel wonderful. I don't hurt anywhere. And so I'm just excited because I know something wonderful is going to happen today.
You are so blessed. We're going to pull up the website for MissTexasSeniorAmerica.org. And you are all over the homepage. That has to feel good.
It's very exciting and very actually humbling in a way, but I feel honored to be a representative of the wonderful, gracious women of Texas, the senior women. We have a lot to say, and they're volunteers, they're exuberant, they just make changes in the world, and they've lived through a lot of tough times.
That's amazing.
They've made them tougher.
And so you competed 25 years ago in this same contest?
Yes, I did.
That's incredible. Well, you inspire all of us, and then you're going for the national title. Is that right?
She won the national 25 years ago.
Yes,
oh my
25
goodness.
years ago I did. Actually, I've been in music theater. Mm-hmm. 10 years ago, I decided that I want to always keep learning new things, always learn something new. So I decided, which I've always sang, just sing, but I wanted to learn to sing correctly. I wanted to sing opera. I wanted to be a real singer. So I enrolled in opera classes 10 years ago, wow, which has benefited me wonderful. I have a wonderful Dr. Susan White, that's my voice coach.
In college.
So my friends in musical theater said, why don't you go back and just try to be, just enter the pageant again. At first I said no, and then I thought, they dared me to. I will, by golly. I will.
All right, well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Your daughter, Mary Miller Guba, is a world-renowned harpist. So when did you first discover this talent?
I grew up in Mesquite, Texas, so I started piano at 5, and then I was fortunate to get the school's harp. When I was 11 years old, I started playing professionally at 14. Then I went to New York and I worked in media. And then I recorded my first album 15 years ago, a baby album, and then now I just recorded my 20th album.
That's unbelievable.
I'm fortunate, I play afternoon tea every weekend at the Ritz-Carlton or the Crescent Hotel, and that's my 20th album. And then I was also able to serve 2 terms on the Recording Academy and the Grammys, wow, representing instrumentalists. But it's good to be back home in Dallas.
And let's talk about the harp, because it can't be an easy instrument to play, but you make it look effortless.
You make this look effortless.
Well, let's play a little clip, and then we'll come back and finish our conversation.
That.
So
I forgot that. He's going to die when he sees that.
So one, it's not like you watch yourself all the time. So that was like you probably haven't heard that on TV since you recorded it. Let's talk about the way you can take a pop song and turn it into beautiful music. I don't imagine you can do it with every song. Like Who Let the Dogs Out? I don't think that.
I do that. I do Who Let the Dogs Out. I just did Barbie Girl from Margot Robbie.
Wow.
I think part of it is I grew up as a pianist, so I think that translates very much. And I play what I listen to. So I have music going 24/7. I listen to it when I work out. I listen to it in the car. Every song that pops in my mind, I sit down, and it's a challenge for me to play it on the harp.
Wow.
Like I do the best, like I said, I do the best Haters by Taylor Swift of anyone. You name it, check out my channel. I have Pandora. The other thing that helped me is when Bridgerton came around and people started hearing pop songs done classically.
Yes.
It changed everything.
Wow.
And then now when people show up, I will dare them. I'm like, ask me to play anything, and we go all over the map.
Wow. And if people want to see you perform, you said it's every weekend at the Ritz?
Every Saturday at the Ritz-Carlton, and then I think I may be back at the Crescent Hotel in October, and who knows where else.
Yes. Okay, I want to bring Mom back into this because you guys have teamed up with a children's book series. Let's pull up the website, and as we scroll down the website, tell us about Eddie's Amazing Adventures.
Well, of course, I was a reading specialist for years in school and taught younger children, so it's close to my heart. But I wanted to create books that would imaginative, that are fun, that don't deal with any heavy problems, but children can read them and use their imagination and just explore their the world around us in a fun way.
And who came up with the idea? And you guys write it?
Both of us, 30 years ago when she was teaching, and also growing up with her, she always taught us rhymes and limericks.
Yes.
I'm also a songwriter, and we do that. So for 30 years, we sat on this. And then what happened, unfortunately, in 2020, we had a lot of losses in our family on top of the pandemic, and it spun everyone in our family into kind of a grief spot. And so in order to get that out, I just said, let's take these books and make something happen. And God's timing is perfect because over those 30 years, I was able to get the context to start it. So we did chocolate sneakers was the first one, and then bubblegum balloons, and then the next and the next. And he looks shockingly like my little brother, even though she swears that they're not for Gerald. They just really look. Eddie looks a lot like Gerald.
Okay, and what's the process when you're working on a book together? Are you each contributing lines, or how does that work?
Just about. We do. We
We sit down.
We'll just sit down and say, okay, we're going to write about, hey, why don't we have a pirate book? So then we both get our ideas together, and then just process that.
And we also have a method, like for anybody who wants to write children's books, reach out to me. You start with what's the theme, but then you have to have conflict and resolution. So then we have to figure out what is he going to do in each of these books that he has to solve a problem.
Right.
And then what's a happy ending. And then what's grammatically, what words are the children going to learn and what are they going to take away? And then one thing that's different about ours, this is Randy, but I thought, why can't I incorporate all my children's music? I have 5 kids' albums into the books.
Yes.
So we were the first children's book ever in the world to have a QR code. When you buy the book, you scan it and you get a free download
Wow.
of My Heart music to go with each of the books.
That is so cool. We also have some pictures of you off of the website signing books together. So, I mean,
do.
that's got to be so rewarding to not only work together, but then show up and greet fans. I mean, tell us what that's like.
It's more fun with a crown.
Oh yes, it's very rewarding to work with my daughter, and it's just been a challenge sometimes, but generally not. Our ideas are much. We both love poetry, so both of us can just write. All of our books rhyme. They're prose. So
The challenges were more that we did not know. Now we know. We didn't know everything that went into it in terms of manufacturing, in terms of negotiating with a factory, in terms of our books are on a shipping container for 90 days off the coast of California,
Right.
and all that. But no, it's been great. And we're self-published. Knock on wood, we have done very well.
Congratulations.
And we do local shows. We're in Grapevine Convention Center this weekend.
Wow. I want to talk more about your harpist career, so we're going to pull up her website, and as we scroll down the website, you mentioned the Ritz, you mentioned other venues. When people hire you, are you coming in to do corporate events, or what do you...
I do everything. I'm picky about my weddings that I do. I will do weddings. I do a lot of corporate events. I do a lot of recording sessions with people. And I still do, I perform at a lot of churches. My passion is young at heart homes. Young at heart homes. I love going in. I love playing in the memory care unit.
Wow.
To jog them. And then I also helped form the Baylor Healing Arts Program.
No kidding.
So I started that, and I would take my harp into hospitals and play for patients. So everything with my music has always been contribution.
Yes.
It just happens to have come back fold for me to be considered one of the best harpists in the world.
That's amazing. And memory care, I mean, think about the gift that you're giving some of these people who they can't tell you what they had for breakfast, but they can remember a song that you're playing, 50 years later. That's really what a gift. All right, I'm going to transition back to you, Mom. Sue, tell us about Sisters Sewing Kindness, and let's go ahead and pull up the website so we can see this. What is Sisters Sewing Kindness?
Well, I like to call them comfort blankets. They're actually lap quilts. But for many years, my sister and I, she's in her 80s as well. So we like to contribute and make these for people in chemo, dialysis, veterans, in the senior homes. And I go with the group as well, and we entertain a lot of seniors. And so we like to provide lap quilts or comfort quilts for people there that need them in wheelchairs. Not only does it provide warmth, but the themes of our blankets gives them comfort too. We do a lot of inspirational blankets. And so I will say this, in all my life, my Christianity has held me through the losses. I've had tremendous losses, and I've had tremendous wonderful joys.
Yes.
So life is good. But one of the things that, like as and we go together to some of the retirement centers and in the memory care, even though they may seem impassive, you'll see if you glance at their foot, they're patting their foot. Sometimes they'll try to mouth the words. It's very rewarding.
Wow. Well, I can tell you both are living your best lives.
And I want to say this. I've always had a belief, even in New York when I was with the Learning Annex and media as well, find your passion and make it profit. So she was sewing these blankets, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And I was like, you know what? With retirement, it's not like it used to be with inflation. And I think that she had an opportunity to monetize the blankets.
Wow.
So I said, I'm building you a website. We're going to start selling them. You can have a charity aspect, but then we are going to sell them as well.
Good for you. I can see why you're so powerful together. We've got a couple minutes left, so I want you both to kind of look into the camera. We'll start with you, Mary. Final thoughts. What do you want to give people as a closing thought?
Never stop growing. Never stop trying. Never stop reinventing yourself. Never stop practicing and perfecting. Always try to reach out of the box, ask for help, but then more importantly, give where you can and help others, because the more you give, the more you will get back. Treasure the time with your mother and your family. It's so precious. And do everything that you can to bring joy to somebody every single day. And never, ever, ever think that you're too old to do anything.
Wow. Okay, we're going to leave you with the final word, Sue. What would you like to?
Well, I will reiterate what she said, because I was,
It was
thinking,
so beautiful.
I was thinking, Mary, that's what I was going to say.
She stole your line.
She stole my line. I would just say that this is a wonderful time to be a senior. You know, the senior population is the fastest growing segment of our population, and seniors have the opportunities to go and become more as a study. They can go and be, not to give up, but they also have exercises, better medical care. We have more opportunities. We have more support. And I go to the gym 6 days a week. I go do water aerobics 3 days a week. And then I do some Zumba 3 days a week, partly for the exercise, but I would say mainly for the fellowship, the laughter, and the love that's shown between all the seniors that are there working together. It's just a warmth, bonding, and I think that's the most important thing for seniors. To keep a healthy mental attitude is to bond with people, to make friends, and to not isolate themselves.
Do you wear the crown when you're doing the Zumba?
No. Oh, the crown is so heavy.
Such a burden.
She is the most senior person at 24-Hour Fitness in Dallas-Fort Worth in class.
I am, but I so love it, and I am looking forward to going to Atlantic City.
Yes.
And to compete for the national crown, and there will I make about 48 marvelous, new, motivated, wonderful, productive women.
Love it. Well, we're all pulling for you, and thank you. I can't thank you both enough for sharing your journey with us. We're just going to end by saying that's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank
You bet.
you.